Hey, what's up, Wrangler? What's up, Broadway?
What's up, man?
Oh, not too much, not too much.
How's the sound there, X? I've got my computer back up and my microphone and everything.
Sound good, loud and clear.
All right.
Look good.
So hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I got the new variant of COVID.
Oh,
It doesn't do shit but make you tired and give you a headache.
Whoa. Man.
So if for some reason, guys, I have to go, it's because I'm so exhausted I can't do anything. I've been like dragging ass like I haven't slept in 3 days.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, like, Phil, no.
Hey, Broadway, where's Phil?
I'm gonna go right now.
I'm gonna go grab me a set of headphones, guys. I'll be right back.
All right, Wrangler. Hey, El Guapo.
Sorry, man. Phil, I'm so sorry. Bro.
That's all right.
I know it's late. I am so sorry. I had to pay my rent, man. I had to hustle up a couple dollars, man. It was ridiculous. But I'm sorry for that one.
No worries. I understand, brother. Gotta work. Gotta pay the bills.
I hear that I had to pay the rent. I had to pay my rent. It would have been no show. I'll be packing my ass up right now.
Be doing a podcast.
Okay. Well, we're gonna say this is what we're gonna do tonight. I'm waiting for Dave to get back.
Nice basketball.
Just to
Hey,
you guys
I noticed my secret identity's right there. The whole world's gonna know who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta change that name. You have to exit the podcast, go back to the studio, and change your handle.
Okay, Dave. All right, we got a few minutes. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start it off. I introduce you guys. I'm gonna start off the podcast. I'm gonna start off with Brett Sawyer, which is Buzz Sawyer's brother. He had passed away. I want to give honors and little respect for him because the Sawyer brothers were crazy. Yeah, Mad Dog, Buzz Sawyer, and his brother. Those guys were vicious, especially in Portland, up in Portland area. But Dave got a few topics that he wants to talk about, and then if you guys want to do something about wrestling, some of your
I got some topics too.
Oh, you got something. Okay, we'll do your topics, and then El Guapo will just commentate or do his own thing. He may have something to talk about, but anyway, so I know. Let's get this shit on the road and let's make this happen.
Hey,
so give it a few minutes.
I've got a notice up top that says stream this to your audience.
Yeah. Okay. You can do that if you want. Okay, I'm gonna get everybody off, and then we're gonna get started in a few minutes. So if you have anything you want to say, help yourself. But Dave, if you leave, don't feel bad. I'll hit you up on the phone tonight or something.
All right.
Because I need to talk to you for real on some other shit. Yeah. check one. Let me do a test run real quick, guys.
There we go. Hey, test, can you hear me?
I thought you were starting it by yourself, X.
Can you hear me?
I'm just.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. Just making sure everything runs. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get started right now, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Alright.
Yes, this is yours truly, the Executioner, with another episode of Wrestle News Buzz. And it's not, Wrestle News Buzz without my guest. I got 3 hosts. These are going to be my hosts. These are the Squared Circle. Let's make that better. The Squared Circle. But anyway, let's introduce you to my host of Wrestle News Buzz. And we have Trailer Park Dave. What's up? What up, Trailer Park Dave? How you doing?
Been doing pretty good, man. A little under the weather, but I'll live.
Okay.
So,
Well,
just to give you guys a heads up out there.
we got another 2 more guests that we got to bring on, so let's get them on. Okay, yours truly. We got another co-host of Wrestle News Buzz. It is the one, the only, El Guapo.
El Guapo!
Hola, mi hermanos.
Guapo, how
¿Cómo
you
está?
doing? I'm doing okay.
El Guapo!
Good to see you, Dave. Glad you're out of the hospital, brother.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous right now because of our guest here. I'm our other host. I'm kind of nervous of this guy here, but anyway, we're gonna bring him on. This is yours truly, the one, the only, Paul Dill Roberts, aka the Demon Warrior.
Check that shit out.
Hey, alright, and this was inspired by the Lucha Libres, or if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is
Lucha Libre.
the Demon Warrior mask. And the Demon Warrior, of course, I'm in the paranormal. The Demon Warrior goes out and he fights demons. And I do like Catholic blessings and everything. And that's what's with the mask. And actually, my character, the Demon Warrior, has actually been in about 4 comic books.
Awesome, Paul.
Hey, Demon Warrior. Hey, hands off to you. I've known you for a while. You know, you and the Executioner know each other for a while. It's been a while since you guys seen each other. I don't know if you guys get along. Do you guys get along?
Who's that?
The Executioner. Do you and him? Do you guys get along?
Oh, fuck that.
we had a couple falling outs, you know, but there was a time that we got into a little grapple on top of a skyscraper. But we settled it though.
Okay, that's kind of dangerous. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Wrestle News Buzz. And we have good topics tonight that we want to talk about. And the first topic that I want to bring out tonight is, and I just found this out, is if you guys remember, you know, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, you know, back in the WCW, NWA days, AWA, you know, and he also lived here in Sacramento.
Right.
Well.
And I was friends with Buzz Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now his brother Brett Sawyer, he lived in Portland, Oregon, somewhere in Oregon, close to Portland.
And Phil told me he passed away. I was shocked. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and he passed away like I think a day or two ago, something like that. But I just want to give out I just want to give out my shout outs to us here at Wrestle News Buzz. We send our condolences out to the Sawyers and the family because, you know, they lost a loved one, a father, a grandfather, a brother, you know, a son. So, anyway, rest in peace. He was a good wrestler with him and his brother. Both of them are gone now, and man, all they did was just live with us memories of their matches. And they were a good tag team.
I never knew Brett.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I never knew Brett, but I'm telling you though, Buzz was a character. I mean, he was one funny guy, and I'll never forget because we would see each other at Bobby McGee's, and that one night, I swear to God, he had me by my legs, and I was reaching the ceiling, and he carried me all around that whole nightclub, and I was begging him I said, Buzz, please put me down, please. And he just enjoyed it. He just kept on walking me around the nightclub, holding me by my legs.
I didn't realize they were natives of St. Petersburg, Florida. It's because they made their name on the West Coast primarily.
Yeah.
But, I guess they're Floridian natives.
Yeah, in the Northern Territory, in the Northern Pacific territory. They started in Oregon, and then Washington and Oregon.
His real last name is Moyen, right? M-O-Y-A-N.
Yeah,
I think so.
And I've heard that Ricky the Steamboat, you know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was one of the trainers that
Right.
And one other thing I want to let you guys know, ladies and gentlemen, also throughout the weekend, I found out Hacksaw Jim Duggan had to go to emergency surgery, and now he's doing okay. We'll find out more information as it comes, but he did recover. You know, the good old USA, tough guy. You know, he was a tough son of a bitch. I give it to him because I remember him. Yeah, I remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Hacksaw Butch Reed back in the NWA days.
And I remember that 2x4. Hey, Broadway, you remember that 2x4? How he would bring it into the ring?
Did they have to
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That way he went to the hospital?
What was that?
Did they have to surgically remove the 2x4? Is that why he was in the hospital?
Oh, you never know, man. Maybe somebody rammed it up his ass. Sorry, tough guy, Jim Duggan. I'm just, pulling your part. But,
I love Jim Duggan.
Yeah, he was a good dude. But seriously, Jim Duggan, we're glad that you pulled through. With his wife and his family, we also send our prayers and our wishes for him and have him a good speed recovery.
He had a famous ride up the Garden State Parkway, my home state in New Jersey, with none other than the Iron Sheik, which changed both of their careers for the worse forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The bad guy and the good guy rolling together. That was a hell of a story back in the day.
Yeah, totally broke kayfabe.
It made him humble. It made him humble.
Oh yeah. They got busted.
Fucking Iron Sheik.
They got busted with the Chiba.
Speaking of Iron Sheik,
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Sheik, man, let's play a little clip, man. Hey, let's play a little clip, man. I want to hear him roast something.
But that little punk, Brian Blair, another little fag, worse than Michael Jackson. And I didn't like him. I didn't like his attitude. He was a punk. I can break his fucking back. Break his back, make him humble, and then fuck his ass. I didn't do it in the Pontiac, Michigan, because respect my sport and respect Mr. McMahon.
You were a professional.
I'm a professional. Otherwise, was ready to do a dream all country way, make him humble, suplex him, put him in a camel clutch, break his back, and then fuck his ass, make him humble to respect our thing. And I didn't do it because for the God and Jesus and Mr. McMahon. Brambler, you are no good. You are worse than Michael Jackson. I'll never respect you again. And then he was lucky to the big man American 2x4 answer. You was lucky, punk. I didn't break your back to fuck your ass, make you humble. And he was lucky. I had Sir Jim Duggan come save him, and I didn't break his back. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm a shooter, man. You're a punk. I respect your partner, Timberland. I never respect the gay. I never respect the fat. You are worse than Hulk Hogan. And you're lucky I didn't break your back, and I had to come save you. And that was a great feeling to wrestling 93,000 people, and you were so lucky to the hacksaw come save you before I break your back and I do all country way to make you humble. Besides that, everything was great. I'm gonna fuck him up different way. That him beat the fuck out of him and suplex him, put him in the camel clutch, break his back, and fuck his ass and make him humble. That's what I said. Right. But
It's, I was thinking about that too.
Man. Hey, may you rest in peace, but man, that.
Amen, Cheeky baby. I was just thinking about that.
2x4, yeah.
2x4, that gimmick came from Walking Tall. There's a big movie in the 70s, which was really a true story. It was a Sheriff Buford Pusser. Is that what that is, Paul?
Yeah, Buford Hayes Pusser. And they used, when he was a kid growing up, his last name Pusser, they would call him Pussy. And that was what made him a good fighter, because he had to fight all those kids that would call him a pussy. And he became the sheriff of McNairy County, Tennessee. And he became a wrestler called Buford the Bull. And how many of you guys have seen Walking Tall? I know El Guapo has seen Walking Tall.
The original. I never saw the remake. The one they did with
the original one
with The Rock.
Yeah,
The Rock.
The Rock actually played Buford Pusser. Yeah, and the guy Pusser, he died in a car accident, and he was known to have fought organized crime, and he used that 2x4 just like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and started whooping on some ass out there, the organized crime, and they didn't like it. They wanted to kill him. They had a contract set out on him to kill him. So, but he wrestled with UWF Mid-South as Buford the Bull.
You gotta have a big hand to be able to really handle a 2x4
Yeah.
the way that the guys handled that. Otherwise, you think a baseball bat would be a better weapon.
Yeah, and Buford was a big man. He was a big guy.
Well, shit. If you look at Hacksaw with that 2x4, he hit Andre the Giant and broke that 2x4 on his back. I mean, Andre was stunned for a minute. He went down. He was stunned. It hurt him, you know. When you get, I don't care how tall and how big you are, but when you get hit with a bat or a 2x4, you're gonna go down.
Andre was like hitting a tree, though. You know, I figured Carr might have a problem running into him.
I got some breaking news here, X.
Okay.
Breaking wrestling news.
Let's hear it.
So, according to TMZ last night at 1:46 p.m. Pacific time, Matt Riddle, the wrestler, claimed that a New York airport cop sexually assaulted him during a confrontation.
I saw that.
As of late, he is seen to have taken his statement back, but it is still causing an investigation to get started and is now underway. Yeah, that's quite interesting.
How does a cop sexually assault a professional wrestler?
Normally with
Just an entertainer, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he may have been getting patted down, and they may have grabbed his junk. That's considered a sexual assault if somebody grabs your junk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or your ass, or pelvis, or...
And maybe the pat down took a little too long in certain areas of the anatomy.
Well, there was a case back in the 90s where they interrogated this guy and like raped him with a broomstick. Amadine Miata, what the hell was that name of that guy? Anybody else remember that case?
Was that like not like 92, 93 when that shit happened?
I think
like
so.
In the early 90s, mid-90s, early mid-90s?
Yeah, it was the guy was, I think, Haitian born or something. He had an interesting name, Amadine something or other.
I heard something about that.
A while back, yeah. And then females, it happens to females quite a bit. There's been several TSA agents claimed of sexual assault as well against females. So
Abner Luima. I had that name all fucked up. Sorry, Abner. Haitian American who in 1997 was physically attacked, brutalized, and raped by officers of the New York City Police Department after he was arrested outside a Brooklyn nightclub.
wow.
So anybody ever see Cruising with Al Pacino?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, crazy old movie, worth watching. It's real gritty, and it's about a serial killer that's targeting homosexuals in like Central Park in New York. And so they send Al Pacino undercover, and he ends up like going into the gay nightclubs, and there's a whole bunch of crazy scenes in it. But one in particular was an interrogation scene where everybody knows who Jim Brown was, right?
Yep.
Big dude.
Yeah.
They're interrogating this guy in this room, and they like, out of nowhere, the guy's not talking. I don't know whether they leave the room or they just kind of like turn their backs, and in comes Jim Brown, wearing nothing but tidy whities and a cowboy hat, and he walks in. I mean, Jim Brown is a big motherfucker.
Yeah, he's big.
When he was young and in shape, and he came in, nothing but tidy whities and a cowboy hat. Looks at the guy who's sitting down being interrogated, clocks him, knocks his ass right on the fucking floor, and then turns around and walks out. And the guy on the floor just looks up and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" It was just, it was one of those moments that was so bizarre. But I guess the point is that, the New York City Police Department has always had some pretty fucked up ways to treat people
Oh
and
yeah.
interrogate.
Wow.
And if you're talking about movies and TV shows, I got one TV show I want to talk about. and it's called Snowfall. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because there's an actor named Sergio Perez Mencheta, and he played a lucha libre or luchadors. I can't even pronounce that.
I
Yeah,
know what it is. I know what you're
Luchador.
talking about.
yeah. The character was Gustavo Osa Zapata, and he did a spectacular job. They showed him in different segments where he's wrestling different people and stuff like that. Does anyone know if that actor, Sergio Perez Mencheta, was a professional wrestler? I mean, uh, he was very believable on that TV show Snowfall.
He
No,
might
it's
have been. I
possible.
have no clue.
Yeah.
I really don't know who he is. 'Cause, you know, Mexico, I don't really watch that type of wrestling. So anything's possible. It's possible.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Snowfall was a good movie because it was based
Yeah.
on how the CIA was bringing in cocaine into Los Angeles, and they were using that to buy weapons for Central America.
Is that the
You remember?
whole Freeway Ricky Ross thing?
Yeah. He was part of that. Yeah. Mr.
Yeah.
Football. Yeah. But anyway, so with the wrestling thing, there's a lot going on right now. There's a whole lot going on right now. And
Yeah, I got some other important news too.
what is the other important news going on?
So WWE's sale to Endeavor will be finalized tomorrow, which means that tonight's Raw, going on right now, will be the final WWE show of the McMahon era. After tomorrow, Vince McMahon will no longer have full control over WWE. Today is also the final day that WWE stock will be traded publicly as WWE. It will then merge with UFC to form the TKO Group Holdings, excuse me. Then TKO stock will be traded publicly. WWE sale to Endeavor will be finalized tomorrow, which means that